of iBridge. We are partners with SUI on various projects, and thank you all for coming today.
I'm Christopher. I am the founder of Artoo. We are specialized with organized implementation and the actual training platform.
I want to walk you guys step by step to help you understand how we're tokenizing artworks. So first, we will acquire our artworks from our private collector network, and then we will negotiate a percentage of the initial art offering with the collector. It would then go through a very rigorous and extensive appraisal process with different parties. So art is historically a safe haven investment. And what does that mean? It means it retains its value, especially during times of economic instability. Especially the most profitable ones have always been exclusive, but also desirable. So let me give you guys a number here. If you look at some of the wealthiest individuals in the world, if you look at their investment portfolio, you see that 5 to 10% of their assets are invested in modern art. But what does it mean for someone like me who's not a billionaire? We have very high barriers of entry into fine art investment. So we want to break the barriers and make fine art investment more accessible for everyone. And we're doing this by tokenizing artworks and distributing fractional ownership for retail investors in the form of fungible tokens.
For Cecilia, what was, aside from your friendship with Christopher, what made you invest in Artoo?
So I think why I decided to invest in Artoo, I think is one sentence Christoph really just inspired me, because instead of keeping all those masterpieces in vault, a lot of richer families, they invest in art more for asset, like a value store, purpose. They keep in vault, instead of those beauties sleeping in vault. Better we invest, we allow the thousands of people to invest in it, and then they can display that NFT on the digital, frame in their home, and let more people to appreciate and embrace the influence of art. I think that's one thing, high level, inspired me to invest in Christoph. I think that's for longer term, is our vision as well, is to bring back art to people.
It's also an enormous market with $1.8 trillion market cap, but with no financial infrastructure to the modern extent at all.
How Navi can be integrated into the whole Artoo ecosystem, maybe you can talk about that.
So what we can do here with Artoo right here is, let's say if you own a piece of art and you have some tokens, right, fractionalized token from one of the very famous art, it worth like $10,000 or $100,000. So what you can do here is you can put that as collateral, and then you can borrow out some money from the platform, and then you can use that USDC or USDT, right, to spend it somewhere else.
Artoo will be kicking off with a talk on SUI authentication.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Alright, so a little bit about my background. So I grew up in India and came to the Bay Area for grad schools, and I've been in some large tech companies over there, and a couple of years back I joined. So what we wanted to bring to any blockchain is the capability to authenticate into that blockchain using credentials that users already have.
The decentralized web is going to be full of rich media content like long-form text, images, videos, bulk application data, and etc. And the issue is that none of this data can live on-chain, but instead needs to be stored on a decentralized platform that's cost-effective, resilient, and programmable. And this is where Walrus comes in. Walrus will be the decentralized home of all of this data.
Probably famous that SUI is the only platform where if a creator wants to apply some policy on their creation and then they sell it, that policy stays with that creation no matter how many times it changes hands. So SUI indexer is one, and then we'll be working with Artoo guys in terms of their smart contract. Another project we're involved in is fractionalizing songs into bits, so and people can buy like fractions of a song. So when you stream, you can then revenue share based on the ownership that you have.